Hello students, I am SM Shevale from HL English Medium High School, Township Ozarmig. Today we have to start the last lesson of our geography syllabus, that is chapter number 9, Tourism, Transport and Communication. Let's introduce the title of the lesson. Transport, communication, tourism and other occupations play a very important role in the development of a country. This chapter is about a comparative study of India and Brazil with reference to tourist places, transport facilities and communication systems. This study will help you to know the opportunities of development in both the countries. Let's start with the tourism. First of all, try this. On the basis of the things you know about Brazil, make a list of places in Brazil you would like to visit. Which factors or characteristics of Brazil make it a good tourist place? What types of tourism will be developed here? Discuss with your friends and show the classifications. Now answer the questions on the basis of figure 9.1. See, the graph is given. The graph is given here, and India and Brazil. See, India is in the red line and Brazil is in blue line. See, figure 9.1. Number of international tourists means their visit, of course. So number of international tourists in lakhs, which is given on the vertical line. Number of international tourists in lakhs is shown, and on the horizontal line years are given here. Observe this graph very carefully and be ready to respond these questions. First question is, which country attracted more international tourists in the year 1995? The question is, which country attracted more international tourists in the year 1995? Your answer should be India attracted more international tourists in the year 1995. Question number 2. In which country did more international tourists arrive in the year 2000? Your answer is or should be more international tourists arrived in Brazil in the year 2000. Question number 3. In which year can an increase be seen in the number of international tourists in India? Your answer should be an increase in the number of international tourists in India can be seen in the year 2010. Fourth question is, what was the number of international tourists in the year 2015 in both the countries, and what was the difference between them? The answer is, the number of international tourists was nearly 60 lakhs in Brazil and was 130 lakhs in India. Thus, the difference between them was about 70 lakhs. Fifth question is, what could be the reason of increase in tourists in India after the year 2010? The answer is, the professional outlook and increased facilities given to tourists could be the reason of increase in tourists in India after the year 2010. Geographical explanation. See, Brazil, clean white sand beaches, attractive sea coast, beautiful islands, then orchards, deep dense forest of Amazon, various birds and animals attract lots of international tourists here. The new capital city of Brasilia is also a tourist attraction. Cities like Rio de Janeiro and Sao Paulo are large cities which attracts lots of tourists. Tourism is an important economic activity in several regions in the country. Looking at the sensitivity of the natural resources in Brazil, ecotourism is developing at a faster rate in Brazil. See, can you tell? Answer the questions after reading figure 9.2. In figure 9.2, tourism and economy of 2016 is shown here. Here also bars are shown and the percentage of population engaged in tourism and contribution of tourism in GDP is shown. Brazil and India, both the countries which you have to see, observe very carefully, and then you have to respond the questions. See, the first question is, what type of graph is shown here? What type of graph is shown here? The answer is compound bar graph is shown here. Compound bar graph is shown here. Second question is, what does the graph show? The answer should be, the graph shows the following details. First is the percentage of Brazilian population engaged in tourism in 2016. Second is the contribution of tourism in Brazil's GDP in 2016. The percentage of Indian population engaged in tourism in 2016, and second is the contribution of tourism in India's GDP in 2016. What is GDP? GDP means gross domestic products. What does it mean? It is the final monetary value of the goods and services produced within the country during a specified period of time, and the time is normally 1 year. Third question is, which country's tourism has a larger share in the contribution towards GDP? The answer is Brazil's tourism has a larger share in the contribution towards GDP. The fourth question is, which country has a larger population engaged in tourism sector but contributes lesser in GDP? And the answer is India has a larger population engaged in tourism sector but contributes lesser in GDP. Now see the geographical explanation. As shown in figure 9.1, the number of international tourists visiting India in 2015 is more than that of Brazil. Even though this is true, the share of tourism sector in the GDP is less than that of Brazil. Apart from this, the proportion of Indian population engaged in tourism proportion is higher than Brazil. This is primarily dependent on the size of the population of those countries and the size of the GDP. You can see figure 9.2. According to this, population of India is more than Brazil, and so is its GDP, as the GDP of India is higher than Brazil, and so also its population. Therefore, the contribution of tourism to GDP appears lesser than Brazil, and population engagement seems higher. Now see India. It is seen in figure 9.1 that the number of international tourists in India is constantly growing, but this increase appears to be more after 2010. This increase in the number of international tourists is consistent. Foreign tourists visit India for heritage, for adventure, cultural, health and business tourism. Ecotourism is also being given boost in India. Considering the heritage of India, there are plenty of opportunities for tourism in many parts of the country. Many places are being developed for this. Some tourism sites of India and Brazil are shown in the following figures. Observe these figures carefully, very carefully, and try to understand it. Figure 9.3 is the Gateway of India. Where it is located? It is located in Mumbai. Then figure 9.4, beach at Rio de Janeiro. It is located in Brazil. Then figure 9.5, it is also Brazil, marine tourism. Figure 9.6 is Ajanta Caves. Ajanta Caves, Ellora Ajanta, you might have known or you might have seen. Then figure 9.7, football stadium at Manaus. And figure 9.8, Guwahati, which is located in Assam. Now see page number 63, make friends with maps. The map of Brazil is given here, and in this map you have to learn major transport routes of Brazil. Major transport routes of Brazil, figure 9.9. Brazil transport. Study the transport map of Brazil in figure 9.3 and answer the following questions. Question number 1. Which means of transport are seen on the map? The answer is waterways, roadways, railways and airways are seen on the map. Question number 2. Which means of transport has a denser network? Your answer should be roadways have a denser network. Third question is, which highway can be seen prominently? Trans-Amazonian highway can be seen prominently. Fourth question is, what could be the reason of development of railways in the southeast? The answer is the plain topography, concentration of population and industries could be the reasons of development of railways in the southeast. Fifth question is, in which part of Brazil do you see a lesser development of transport network? What could be the reason? And your answer should be a lesser development of transport network is seen in the northern part of Brazil. Inaccessibility of Amazon river basin due to rigid topography and the dense evergreen forest could be the reasons for it. Now see the geographical explanation. The most common method of transportation is roadways. All of us know roadways is the most common method of transportation. Roadways account for more than half of transportation system in the country, but the density of road network is concentrated in the eastern part of the country. The forested lands of Amazon river basin and the swampy lands have limited development of roadways in the part or in this part. Waterways have been developed on a commercial basis. In the Amazon river, boats ply from Iquitos in Peru to the mouth of the river. The longest waterways in the world can be navigated through these waterways, and this waterway is around 3,700 kilometers. Another river important for waterways is the south flowing Paraná river. Coastal shipping is also carried out in the coastal areas. Railways have not developed very well in Brazil. The use of trains for long distance transportation of passengers is restricted to a few urban tourist routes, though it is cheaper. The contribution of airways is less in the transportation system of the country. Now let's see India transport. Look at the transport maps of India given in figure 9.10 and 9.11 and answer the following questions. The first question is, which means of transport are visible on the maps? The answer is waterways, roadways, railways and airways are visible on the maps. Second question is, in which part of India is the density of railways more? The answer is the density of railways is more in the northern part of India. Third question is, name 5 important ports and airports of India. The answer is A. 5 important ports. Number 1, Mumbai. 2, Cochin. 3rd, Chennai. 4th is Visakhapatnam. And 5th is Kolkata. B. 5 important airports. 5 important airports. Number 1, Mumbai, Pune, Delhi, Bengaluru, Thiruvananthapuram. Fourth question is, which parts of India have a sparse network of transport? What could be the reason? The northernmost and the northeastern part of India have a sparse network of transport. The spread of Himalayan range could be the reason for it. Page number 65. See, make friends with maps. Though omitted, then also you have to see, observe very carefully, and you can see here, observe important railway routes and airports. Figure 9.11. Now see geographical explanation. As compared to Brazil, India has a denser network of transport. About 85% of passenger and 70% of freight traffic are carried by roads every year. Freight and passenger transport has been facilitated due to the development of the railways. Railways are important for the growth of the Indian economy. Railway network is relatively less dense in the hill states, northeastern states, central parts of India and Rajasthan, while it is dense in the North Indian plains. Railways are very important for a vast country where distances are large. Waterways are a cheap means of transport. Waterways contributing about 1% to the country's transportation. Waterways contributing only 1% to the country's transportation. It comprises rivers, canals, backwaters, creeks, etc. Approximately 95% of India's foreign trade moves through ocean routes. Apart from international trade, these are also used for the purpose of transportation between the islands and the rest of the country. As compared to Brazil, airways in India are more developed and the use of internal airways is also increasing. Now see, communication in Brazil. Try this. You are already aware of the vast longitudinal extent of Brazil. Given are the westernmost and easternmost extreme points of Brazil mainland in figure 9.12. Calculate the difference in time between the 2 points in minutes. You can see figure 9.12, that is Brazilian Standard Time. Brazilian Standard Time. Westernmost point of Brazil, that is Nação do Rio, which is on 7 degrees 32 minutes and 33 seconds south to 70 degrees 59 minutes west. Then easternmost point is Ponta dos Seixas to and Paraíba, that is 7 degrees 9 minutes and 28 seconds south and 34 degrees 47 minutes west. Now read the above map in figure 9.12 and answer the following questions. First question is, how many divisions can you see in the map? The answer is 4 divisions can be seen in the map. Second question, what do these divisions signify? Answer is, these divisions signify the time zones in Brazil. What does the term behind the GMT mean? The answer is the Greenwich Mean Time. The Greenwich Mean Time is a time set with reference to 0 degree longitude that passes through Greenwich. The countries lying to the west of 0 degree longitude have time behind the GMT. GMT means Greenwich Mean Time. Geographical explanation. You will find that because of the vast longitudinal extent of the country, the difference between two extreme points is around 168 minutes. 168 minutes different is there. That is 2 hours 48 minutes. The difference is 2 hours 48 minutes between these two places. There are different time zones in the country. Brazil has 4 time zones. It is behind the GMT by 2, 3, 4 or 5 hours. The red line in the map shows the GMT minus 03 time zone, which is considered to be the official Brazilian time, BRT. It is 3 hours behind GMT. 03 means it is 3 hours behind GMT. Development of communication in Brazil. Telecommunication services in Brazil are well developed and efficient. This industry includes landlines as well as mobile services, television broadcasting, radio broadcasting, and computer internet access. Today, more than 45% of the Brazilian population has access to the internet. The telecommunication infrastructure is fairly modern, particularly in central south Brazil. However, the north and northwest are drastically less developed. Over recent years, mobile telephones have led the rapid expansion of telecommunication services in Brazil. The nature of Brazilian territory, especially land mass size and the large pockets of unpopulated and densely vegetated areas, create significant impediment to the expansion in coverage of telecommunication services. Brazil is developing technology to send domestically made satellites into space with its own rockets. Now let's see the communication in India. Study the map given in figure 9.13 and answer the following questions. Question number 1. Calculate the difference between the two longitudinal extremes of mainland India. Is it more than Brazil? The answer is, the difference between the two longitudinal extremes of mainland India is of 29 degrees. It is less than that of Brazil. Question number 2. Which longitude in India is called the Indian Standard Time? That is IST. The answer is 82 degrees 30 minutes east longitude in India is called the Indian Standard Time. Third question is, what is the difference between this IST time and the GMT? Answer is, the difference between this IST and the GMT is of 5 hours and 30 minutes. Question number 4. How many local times are there in India? there is one local time in India. Now see page number 67, figure 9.13, location and extent of India in make friends with maps. See the geographical explanation. India too has a large longitudinal extent. The difference between the two extreme most points is 2 hours or 120 minutes. The difference between the two extreme most points is 2 hours or 120 minutes. India has only one standard time zone. The 82.5 degree east longitude is the Indian Standard Time. It passes through Allahabad. It is ahead by 5 hours 30 minutes from the Greenwich Meridian Time. With the explosion of electronic media, telecom industry has become one of the fast growing sectors. In this area of information and communication, more digitally enhanced communication devices like mobile phones, internet and satellites are paving way to expansion for the wider reach of communication technology. India is one of the largest users of smartphones and internet, which with development of our one satellites, India has come a long way in this field. Thank you.